Hello, and welcome to Learning Essentials Series 1 on Distance Learning and Vision. On today, we will have a discussion about why vision is a crucial component of any distance learning program. We will explore some challenges with a distance learning program. We will discuss some solutions, and we will provide some simplistic practices that will help you as you begin to create your vision for distance learning. I am so excited that you are joining Learning Essentials today, and I truly hope that you have several takeaways as we explore vision. Let's get started. First, we have to have an honest conversation about the challenges that take place in any distance learning program. When you think about the challenges that take place and any research that is out there, typically look at three areas. Those three areas include accountability, technology, and wellness for meeting the staff and student wellness needs. When you think about accountability, one of the reasons that accountability sometimes can be a challenge, one reason we lost a lot of face-to-face time with administrators, with staff, with students, and even with parents, the school community. And so that sometimes brings the challenge of everyone being accountable to the expectations. When you think about technology and resources, something that was alarming in the research stated that across the nation, many school districts only had 30 to 40% of students who were able to use technology, or they had one-to-one technology, yet they maybe didn't have internet or Wi-Fi. And so that is something that is definitely a challenge if we are being honest about any program. And then when you think about the resources that you will need in the fall in comparison to the resources that you needed in the spring, that also can present itself as a challenge. When the final thing that we found in researching some challenges of a distance learning program, managing and making sure that you are supportive in the wellness of your students and staff. So the biggest thing that we want to do is know that as we are creating our vision, we are aware of the challenges so that we can pivot to what the solutions need to be. When you think about distance learning and you think about the definition of vision, one author put it this way: it is the ability to see that which has been projected but has not been attained. You have to be able to see your distance learning program as being effective and successful. And you have to know and you have to have an idea of how you are going to make that happen. Envision distance learning in action. Envision what that looks like. And in order for you to do that, you have to be solutions oriented with your answers. This is where Learning Essentials comes in. We want to be a thought partner with you as you begin to create your vision on distance learning and how you will support school, how parents will support their students, and how any distance learning program can be implemented successfully. Let's talk about accountability. One of the big things that needs to take place with accountability is establishing a plan of action for your program. Develop a protocol. Learning Essentials is big on protocols. We can provide examples of protocols that will help you to look at creating expectations for your staff, making sure that they are clear, making sure that you have clear expectations for your virtual program, how it will run, what it will look and sound like and feel like. Having clear expectations for students and student norms, parent support and parent support norms, how you will run different programs on your school to make sure that everyone is accountable. One thing about technology and being solutions oriented with technology and resources is providing multiple ways for students to deliver instruction or obtain instruction. Something that is really important is if you are going to have a successful program, you will have to think outside of the box. The traditional things that worked in education, there is a possibility that they may fall short in a remote learning environment. So what you have to do is consider incorporating self-paced assignments, consider project-based learning, consider having flexible ways for students to turn in or deliver information. Have multiple ways for students to demonstrate their understanding of learning. Have multiple ways to communicate with parents and to allow parents to help and support during this process. And then finally, being solutions oriented about the wellness of staff and students and parents will often involve several things. But a couple of things that Learning Essentials, some simplistic things that Learning Essentials wants to share with you, deal with something that a school could do would be establishing a safety first team, a team that will look at what's going on in the campus and determine how we could or how there could be support provided for all stakeholders. Something that a leader could do, they could have virtual staff morning announcements every morning to ensure that they are setting clear expectations for staff members and making sure that everyone is on the same page with what a distance program should look like and feel like. And so here are some things that I want to leave you with as you begin to think about how you will create your vision, as you begin to think about vision and how to make sure that you are developing the best vision for a distance learning program. Learning Essentials gave a teacher voice survey. And so some of the responses included this information that I'm about to give you. Did you know that 67% of teachers use Google Classroom as their primary virtual program? Did you know that Zoom was the most popular platform for live lessons? And did you know that Screencastify was the most popular platform for pre-recorded lessons? Did you know in the survey taken, an even amount of teachers believe that 10 or 30-minute live lessons were appropriate? So just know as you are developing your vision, 10 to 30-minute live lessons will be the maximum amount of time. Also, virtual office hours were the most popular way for students to receive support from their teachers. So if you are creating a vision for your program, that is something that you should consider and make sure that you implement. Virtual discussions and virtual games were the most popular form of engagement used during distance learning? And finally, we asked the question, what was one thing that you would change and one thing that you believe was effective? And the most popular thing that teachers wanted to change was the type of training they received on distance learning and the time they were allotted to create lessons. It definitely takes time to create live and pre-recorded lessons. So as you are creating schedules, you should consider that. It also takes time to talk to parents and for parents to be trained on distance learning's program. So that's also something you should consider. The most popular thing that teachers believed was effective dealt with weekly meetings with their students. All educators understand the importance of meeting with students weekly, and so that is definitely a crucial component of vision. In conclusion, I would like to say thank you for being a part of the Learning Essentials Vision series for distance learning. I hope that the information you received today was beneficial to you and it will be instrumental in helping you to develop or to participate in a distance learning program. I would also like to say thank you to any educator who participated in the Teacher Voice Survey. Your voice was and is valuable. And so I appreciate it. The survey is still open on Facebook. And so if you are an educator or a teacher and you would like to participate in the voice survey, please go to Learning Essentials INC and you will be able to participate in the survey. Again, don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook and Instagram, it's Learning Essentials INC. On YouTube, it's Learning Essentials INC. And please subscribe to our YouTube page. And on Twitter, it is Learn Essential 1. You can also go on the Learning Essentials website at www.learningessentialsinc.com. On next week and over the next weeks, we will be exploring several other components of an effective distance learning program. On Friday, we're going to look at buy-in and how all stakeholders buy into your distance learning program. We will move from there to engaging activities for any distance learning program, and we will end with the importance of mental wellness for any distance learning program. So I would like to definitely say thank you again for joining Learning Essentials, and we look forward to supporting you in the future. Because our goal is to transform the lives of anyone touched by an ever-changing environment of education. And we seek to do that through our practices and strategies and support for educational school systems, parents, and anyone who needs support with education. Have a wonderful day.